Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and I like to read, and today I'm going to be doing my best books of 2023. So yes, I know I'm a little late to this trend. This probably should have been done in December, honestly, but I had some rough life events happening in the end of November, a lot of December, even beginning of January. So I'm getting to it now, and I'm going to go over my top books that I read in 2023. Overall, 2023 was kind of like a mediocre reading year. Like, there were some books that stood out, and I had a decent amount of 5 stars on here, but just in general, like, I didn't really have amazing reads throughout the whole year. So, yeah, there's only a select few. It's like, I think maybe 6 or 7. But yeah, let's jump into it and I'll share which ones really like piqued my interest and got me excited last year. So the first one that really got me was Legend by Marie Lu. I have not continued with this series yet, but I read this one early on last year and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It definitely reminded me of like those 2000s dystopian books. I mean, I think it is one of those, honestly. So I really got into it, and yeah, I really liked this book, and I don't know why I haven't picked up any more continuing. I think I'm going to try and continue the series this year because this one just started off really good. And yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't have much more to say other than this one just hit all the right spots for me, and I was very happy to jump into this, and I kind of just want to continue. I liked her other one, which was Steel Striker. I think I read that last year too. Steel Striker and Sky Hunter. That duology was really good too. I just really like Mary Lou books, and that's just that. But yeah, this one was a lot of fun. I can't even remember exactly what happens, but I know that in this book, one of the characters is there's like this big dystopian society where there's like this overarching government, and they regulate like how like medicine and stuff gets to like the inner city and the workings of that. And there's one person who is like a thief, and then there's another person who is like a child of people within the government. And so she, I think, is hunting down this thief, and this thief is like stealing medication and stuff for his family members, I'm pretty sure. Something along those lines. But yeah, all I know is this book like got its hooks in me, and I did not want to put this one down, and I had a lot of fun with it. So I definitely need to continue this series once I find time to do that. They're on the shelves though. Like I own them, so like I have no excuse not to. And yeah, I think I will. Also, if you hear like scratching, it's because the cat just entered the room and he's playing on his like cardboard scratch box. So yeah, if you hear that, that's him. Another book that stood out this year was Project Hail Mary. This one was a lot of fun. It's by Andy Weir. I really enjoyed The Martian by Andy Weir, and so I was excited to dive into another book by him. And this one was significantly bigger than The Martian, but that didn't stop me from powering through this. So this is following a main character who embarks on this journey with some other fellow astronauts to go do this mission. I can't go into too much detail about that because that like kind of jumps into a little bit of spoiler territory, but he goes on this mission, and so he actually wakes up from like hypersleep because they were put to sleep to do like part of the journey, and realizes that his co-captains, co-pilots of the ship are deceased. Something happened, they died, and so now he's all on his own out in space trying to continue this mission. And so from there, the story goes, a lot of cool things happen, lots of things I was not expecting. And yeah, this book definitely takes you on a journey, I'll say that. But it was a lot of fun. If you love sci-fi, then you would probably like this book. And yeah, there's lots to explore with it. It's also really fun because I like Andy Weir and his like comedic writing style. He likes to put his characters in like dire situations, but then have them have like this humorous sarcasm with their like inner monologues, and it's so funny. Like I love reading that. So yeah, if you like something like that, then you'll definitely like this book. But yeah, this one was one of my highlights of last year. Another one on the list is Falling. Now, this book was friggin' intense, okay? I could not put this book down. I was just immediately pulled in, and I had to keep flipping through all the pages to find out what happened, because my heart, when I tell you, my heart was racing while reading this book. I felt like I was like in this situation, and it was just intensity nonstop. So also, I really love this cover. Just the way the colors are blending, the typography of like the plane coming this way with the letters. I don't know. It's very visually pleasing. Anyway, so this one is about a pilot who is sent on a trip to bring passengers somewhere, just like a routine thing. But as the pilot gets on the plane, he gets a call that says that his family has been taken hostage, and if he doesn't crash this plane, then they're going to kill his family. And so from there, you get to see like how the pilot navigates this situation and how his family navigates the situation back at home. And just like the overall story of this was so intense. I could not stop reading, because like to be in that situation would be horrifying, and to actually like figure out what to do. I don't know if like I would be smart enough to like figure out how to navigate a situation like this, but it was intense. The pilot, like there's so much pressure on the pilot because like it's his family, but he also has the lives of everybody on this plane on his shoulders at the same time. So it's such a hard decision, such a big thing, and like yeah, I don't know. This book was just like it felt so like visceral and real, and it was just really intense. I would definitely read more books by this author, and I see that they have another one that involves a plane, so maybe I should pick that one up too. I think their other one is about a plane that's like trapped underwater, which is even more intense. Well, I wouldn't say more intense, but like also an equally intense situation. But yeah, this one was a page turner. Like you'll fly through it if you read fly through it. Um, I made it funny, but yeah, this is one that you'll definitely find a hard time putting down. Speaking of books that you won't want to put down, Dead of Winter by Darcy Coates. So I was actually introduced to Darcy Coates through the Once Upon a Book Club book box subscription. That's a tongue twister, I know. I read The Haunting of Leigh Harker, which was one of her books that she wrote, which is like a haunted house setting. And I found that book fascinating, and like the way she wrote her characters and just like the blend of storyline and the twists she throws in there, it was just so good. And so that really got me onto Darcy Coates' writing. And so when I saw Dead of Winter come out at the stores, you better believe I went and picked this up ASAP. So this one is following some characters who decide that they want to go on like a romantic getaway to this like resort up in the mountains for skiing, for walking along winter trails, stuff like that. So they go in a tour bus with like a group of like, I think there's 12 of them or something. And they're traveling in this tour bus up to this winter resort in the mountains. Now, on their way there, they have to stop because the tree's down in the road, and so they can't like navigate through that. And so they need to take refuge in a nearby cabin because a winter storm picks up, and it's either stay on this bus that's going to run out of gas or go to this winter cabin and stay warm and do that. So they all venture to this winter cabin, stay warm, and stay there for the night. And when they wake up in the morning, they find their tour guide decapitated outside. And so from there, it's like a big thing of like cat and mouse. Like all of these characters are all suspicious, but they're all equally like either victims or a killer. Or maybe the killer's not even one of them. Maybe the killer is an outsider that just comes in and just starts offing them. And so now these characters are thrown into disarray because like you can't trust anybody, and they need to figure out what's going on and literally just survive the next like day. Yeah, it's intense. It's very intense. Kept me on my toes, had me guessing like the whole way through. And when I got to the ending, wasn't what I expected. So even better. I loved it. This is something that'll keep you on your toes for sure. And then rounding it off, I'm going to say Keep This Off the Record. This one was sent to me by Rising Action Publishing Company, and this is following two characters who are high school rivals. They end up meeting again at their high school reunion and realize that they still hate each other just as much. So we have Abby and Freya. So Abby is now like a therapist. She was always like the nerdy girl in school, and Freya was the popular girl, and now she's like a celebrity like news anchor or like journalist. She goes and does like news stories, but she's like very, very popular. And so the two of them meet up again at a high school reunion, and they still clash. They still don't like each other, but Abby's friend Naomi makes some good banter with Freya's producer, Will, and the two of them kind of hit it off. And so they start to date. And so because those two are dating, Abby and Freya are now kind of thrown into each other's worlds because the two closest people to them are involved. And so now they are naturally going to be in the situations together as well. And so from there, we navigate how they see each other and how they work through their relationship. This book was really good. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time with it. The banter between some of the side characters and like the main characters in this book was spot on. It was such a fun time to read. Like I found myself laughing throughout the book. It talks about the main character's Jewish heritage, which is awesome. And it's overall just like a fun rom-com with like reality TV vibes. Like if you like reality TV shows, like I think you would like this. So yeah, definitely something you should pick up. It also goes on sale January 30th, I believe. So yeah, go get your copy soon. And yeah, those are all the books that really stood out to me in 2023. I was wrong. There was only 5 of them, but you know what? 5 good books is still 5 good books. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what your favorite books of 2023 are, because I'm always on the lookout for more 5-star reads. If you guys want to support me, I have a Patreon and a Ko-fi page, which I'll put in the description down below, as well as linked by my bookmarks. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you get notified when I post new videos. I post my videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Until next time, keep on reading.